Hey there YouTube, this is SJM4306 back with another quick, I guess you could call it a vlog video. Not really any new content today, but I wanted to give you some updates. So, put this to the side and I'll show you this controller that I built. I have made a small update. I originally just had a regular, like a 3D printed plastic plug that went in the control, the cord socket area. And while it looked nice, I wanted to add a little more functionality, so I actually put a tack switch in. And this is a dedicated home button, so even if you don't have a hacked like NES or SNES Mini, this will automatically work as just a regular old home button. Now, obviously, if you have HackG installed, you can program different button combos, but by default it's set to down and select to go back home. But just having a dedicated button is a lot easier, because I've noticed in I was playing Kirby on NES, and if you press down and select, I think it's select, you actually give up, you'll drop your power up. So while trying to go home, I kept accidentally dropping my power up, which is really irritating. So I decided to add just a dedicated home button. So that there's no, I know I could have switched the buttons up, but whatever. Anyway, there's a dedicated home button if you want it now. Looks a little not quite as nice, not quite as clean, but it's more functional, so that's all that I care about. I also tweaked some of the color brightnesses of the LED on top, and I did a little testing. I spaced out the battery meter thresholds a little more, so this is pretty much set to my liking. So anyway, to the main meat of this, I'd like to thank, let's see, Daniel, and he sent me this package, which cost a whopping 24 bucks about, I guess Australian. He sent this over to me, and he's a member by the name of UXE over at the Arduboy forums. If you guys haven't checked them out, definitely do. I'll put some links down below. They're really cool. I've received actually a lot of help with my ArduCart project and various other questions that I had about the Arduboy system and the programming and whatnot. And they're really cool about answering questions and whatnot, helping you get started. Anyway, he sent me something really cool, a circuit board. Basically $40 value, and I'm just gonna show you guys it. It is in here right now, and I will do a full dedicated video once I actually get everything wired and figured out. So we'll look at the small thing first. Small thing is a single dip chip, and this is actually a flash memory, a serial flash. And you might be wondering, why is there just a separate flash chip? Well, this is a new product that he's selling through, I believe, Kitspent. I'll have links to that as well. It's a really cool project. I've been following it since it was in prototype, and this is one of the prototype boards he developed. And let's see if you guys can see what it is. It is a VGA 1306 by UXE, aka Daniel. So this is actually an FPGA, and this is the essentially the program memory for it. And he included two, because one of them will allow you to plug an Arduboy into this and output VGA video to a computer monitor. The other one will allow you to plug in a Game Boy and output video via VGA. So that's right, you can basically consoleize either a Arduboy or an old black and white Game Boy. So this is going to be really cool to play around with. So it was really super nice. He included two chips, one with each of the firmware. Definitely super nice of him. And yeah, you can see here all the pins are brought out onto this header here. You have ground, 5 volts, clock, data, DC, which is data or command select, and CS, which is chip select. And here, what is that? I can't even see that. That is reset or done. I think they're signals or something that'll tell you the state of, I don't know. I had to read the documentation. I honestly haven't had too much time to read exactly everything. But yeah, he sent me information on how to wire a Game Boy to this. I believe there's only a handful of wires, like four three or four pins that you need, including clock, data 0, data 1, and one of the horizontal or probably vertical sync, I think I remember reading he uses. So I know, yeah, this will be super cool to play around with. And it uses a lattice semiconductor. It's one of their ICE FPGAs. So that'll be super cool to play around with this. I've been actually studying up on Verilog and VHDL. It's been quite a while since I took courses in it in college. So yeah, I've been studying up. I plan on dabbling in like video converter stuff too, so this was definitely relevant to my interests. I would eventually like to get into making HDMI mods and whatnot. That'll definitely take a while, and probably will need some sort of analyzer hardware for that. But anyway, so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick overlook. So yeah, definitely making progress. Oh yeah, and super awesome news. I'd mentioned before, and I've done 2 videos so far for a company called JLC PCB, and they're not sponsoring this video, but I received news that they've okayed me, they greenlit me for a year of sponsored videos, basically. So definitely you'll notice a lot more videos on different projects that I've been working on. I'll be able to get nice manufactured PCBs for everything for free, as well as some money in order to pay for parts and stuff like that. So definitely super excited about that. That's huge news for this channel. And upcoming, so I know a number of you will be super happy to hear that I'm finally getting back on board with the NES Micro project that I started and I kind of put down after a while. I have boards already ordered. They're coming in, and then I'll need probably about a week or 2 to assemble and make a video on that. So I'll be completing that, and I have another update video on the Arty cart that I've made, which is a little tiny Arty boy on a single tiny board. And I have some modifications to that, including the flash cart mod for it, basically, so that you can load up a ton of games on this serial flash chip. So I know, yeah, hopefully you guys look forward to all that. If you have any ideas for projects that are feasible, then, you know, put them down below and I can definitely add them to the list. So yeah, definitely. Anyway, rambled on for long enough. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.